So I wanted to go over how to use Revitalash. So many people are not using it correctly and you're not getting the results. So this is how I use it. So I start with cleaning my eyelashes. So I literally just got done with my day. So I put some in a little cup and we're gonna clean one side. And you guys can tell I get down to the base because you guys really want to make sure that you are cleaning your lashes. If you don't clean your lashes, and then I use our little squeegee thing, I like to point out, and I'm going to get kind of close to the mirror so it doesn't go everywhere. I'm trying to do this and not give myself a bath everywhere. I like using the water because I feel like it just gets it better. I don't know. This is literally the same way we clean you guys when we're at the shop. Okay, so that's one side. Whoops. And I only use like a half squirt. Go in here. Now on days that I wear like foundation, I pre-cleanse. And then I use a cleanser for my face, and I'm going to show you guys that. So, okay, lashes are clean. For my face, I use a pre-cleanser. This is actually what I'm using right now. This is silicone free, so this is lash compatible. I'm going to pick up a little more. And I always tell people, if you don't cleanse your foundation or your like any kind of makeup off first, the actual cleanser isn't doing what the cleanser needs to do. So you need to cleanse it first. So since I've already like washed my lashes, I'm not gonna actually like splash water all over them. I like to wash my lashes separately. I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I'm using a brush, which in general, you should use a brush around your eye area because that skin is so much thinner. So yeah, okay. You guys can see, getting all of it cleaned off. Perfect. Okay, and I didn't have a lot of makeup on today, so now I'm gonna actually cleanse my face. And I am using this, also silicone free, so it is lash compatible. So it's not going to mess with your lash extensions, or to be honest with you, like, it actually lets your skincare do what it's supposed to do. Because if you think about it, silicone's job is, I mean, to block things. It is like to smooth. So I tell people silicone's great. It has a place. You know, like if you have a burn or you have a scar you're trying to heal, things like that. But if you think about the science behind it, what's the science? The whole job of it is to be a barrier. And so do you really want you to have buildup of something on your skin that's a barrier? I don't. If I'm using retinols and all the things to help prevent aging, I 100% want to use something that's going to let my skincare go into my skin and do what it's supposed to do. So I started to make those connections when I had clients switch off of things with silicone, and I could tell such a difference with their lashes. So then I started making the connections of, well, if that's what it does with that, I wonder what happens with skincare. And started to do some research inside of it and had conversations with plastics and doctors, and they were like, yeah, it makes products slide easier. So that's why it's in a lot of stuff. Okay, so everything's clean. We're gonna wait and let it dry. Okay, lashes are totally dry. If your lashes are not dry, what will happen, because this product is water soluble, it's just gonna kind of like melt. So I've not put anything else on my skin. You guys just saw it. My lashes are clean. My face is clean. So what I'm gonna do is you're gonna literally take out the applicator, and you can see where the lashes and the skin kind of meet. I do not want this to go on the skin at all. It's not on the skin at all. It's literally just on the lash line. So here again. Sorry, I'm being terrible at this. You guys can see it literally is just like right where the lash is, and I can see this, and the skin meet. So the goal is that if it was like, here's your lashes, and here's like the lash line, like you want it to be like right at the base of where your natural lashes are, so lash compatible, super safe. What I'm gonna do now is brush my teeth, gives it like a minute or so to dry, and then finish the rest of my skincare. Okay, so did that. Now I'm gonna come back with the rest of my skincare. So I've been on this whole line. Almost every product is silicone free. They have, I think, 1 or 2. So everything I've shown in this video though is silicone free. Yeah, I really like it. So that was kind of like their retinol for at night. This is their moisturizer. Really getting a good amount on. And that's why you want to do your Revitalash first, because the rest of these products, and let it dry, are just thicker. And they should be thicker, right? It's like a hydrating thing that's for us at night. So then the Revitalash just like can't get in where it like needs to go. So, all right, that is how you guys use it. Questions, comments, concerns, drop them below. And every night, consistency. You will not see results if you guys are not using it every night. Be consistent. I put it next to my toothbrush.